made his way up from the ground. Happy with the bowling performance, and you think Bangladesh can get over the line?
Well, certainly happy the way they bowled, and if they can get a good start, especially with Tamim Iqbal back in the 11, you would expect them to really kick on from here. It's not a great pitch to bat on, but if you bat sensibly and don't lose early wickets, you never know.
Yeah, last commandments from the captain, the leader. He's given so many inspirational chats over his years as captain of India, and he's asking for his team to put in one big effort. I agree with you, it's not an easy surface. We saw evidence, plenty of evidence of that. The spinners got the ball to turn. The seamers, when they bowled their cutters, was difficult to get them away. No one looked comfortable. Not one of the batsmen from India looked comfortable at the crease. The top score came from Raina with his 30. He was dropped twice, and even some of the boundaries, he just chipped over the men back on the boundary. So it's not an easy surface. It will be difficult for the Bangladesh batsmen, but they will feel that they've done some sort of job to restrict India to under 150. Tamim Iqbal was out of the last game with an injury. He's back in. Didn't feel well in that last game. There's his career average of 25, over 1,000 runs and a strike rate of 115, best of 103. Boy oh boy, wouldn't he give for something like that this evening.
Mithun Ali, right-hander, 26 years of age, got 23 in the last match, best of 47. And it's important that both these batsmen get in and get set. Yes, it's not going to be easy for them. You've got to get used to the pace of the pitch and then try to play shots.
And India decided to open the bowling with Ashish Nehra. There would have been the temptation maybe just to go for a spinner. We've seen Ashwin in this tournament so far bowl at the top of the order, but Ashish Nehra in his latter years of his career is doing a very good job for India with that ball. He's brought a different dimension to the attack with the left arm seam. He's got the ball to swing, getting a last little thought maybe from Virat Kohli about the exact field he's looking for. But it's 147 is the target. Halim Dal gives the go-ahead to Ashish Nehra. And how will Bangladesh go? Here's the first delivery. Slides down the leg side. Oh, misfielded. And that's a boundary to start off. Not the start that India were after, and also not the start Bangladesh were after. The opening batsman, Tamim Iqbal, clattered into Ashish Nehra as he flicked it away down the leg side. He was watching the ball to see if he could maybe come back for a second. I think Ashish Nehra was also watching, and they bumped into each other.
It's a good start for Bangladesh, but what has happened here for Tamim Iqbal? Down the leg side, just flicked it away. Should have been a single run, but it was Umrah misfielding it, and the ball going through, ricocheting off his hands. Yeah, he just bumped into Ashish Nehra. Looking at the ball and running in straight to the bowler.
So the physio's out there. He's going to try and assess the situation. Tamim Iqbal, who missed the last game, he started off well here, just flicking that delivery down the leg side, picks up a boundary, but his head crashed into Ashish Nehra, and he's just getting the visual test just to make sure everything's still okay.
I'd say impact, if you look at the head actually hitting onto the shoulder and just jolting him in a way that he's just looked a little bit dizzy here, losing his balance. I hope he's okay, because it's important for Bangladesh and Tamim Iqbal that he is back on his feet as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Ashish Nehra would have thought he would have just made his way around him, but they were both ball watching, having a look. Nehra would have been very disappointed at the fact that Bumrah misfielded and allowed the ball to find its way onto the boundary advertising cushion. Tamim Iqbal wouldn't have been relieved his luck that he had picked up a boundary, and then unfortunately crashed in to Ashish Nehra. There we see the misfield. Nothing you can do. It's a helpless situation when you've misfielded and the ball is now tracking towards that boundary cushion. So Tamim Iqbal has now recovered. He's back on strike. And he decides to charge the second delivery.
And that's a brave move, because we've talked about how the pitch has behaved. We have to wait and see how the pitch will behave in the second innings, because it was tough for the batters. One predictor, India 67%, 33% for Bangladesh. Important, really important for Tamim Iqbal to get a good start in, because he's a kind of a player, if he gets a good start, he can finish off on a high. And India will be wary of the fact that he's the one who has been in very good touch with the bat.
Oh, that's a good delivery from Ashish Nehra. So valuable. Any bowler at the top of the order who can get the ball to shape, creates a little bit of X factor, and makes it difficult for the batsman. We've only got a new ball for a short period of time. Seam up delivery, there we can see it angled towards that first slip and just straightens a bit, enough to beat the outside edge.
Tamim is scoring zones in the ICC World 2020. Very strong on the V, 30 and 31%. He's been very keen to hit it down the ground. That has been the key for him.
Short ball, and it's attempted to be dragged away to wide mid-wicket. It rushes onto him, beats him for pace, and falls safely, and they get back for the two.
Yeah, even we saw this when India were batting. The batsman trying to pull and not getting a good position, or not in control when they play this kind of a shot. That's the kind of a pitch that will give something for the bowlers. Came a little bit quicker before he could finish the shot. He was aiming to hit it square of the wicket, went straighter.
Good delivery, 144 kilometers per hour. Oh, put down, but those are never easy. Came back to him very quickly, Ashish Nehra. He's already thinking about a change of field, but there was the first half chance for India.
Well, certainly Tamim Iqbal looking to play a few attacking shots right from the word go. Went straight, but went very quickly. It's not an easy one for the bowler, Ashish Nehra. Just getting the fingertips. Haven't seen this kind of approach from Tamim Iqbal in the recent past.
Yeah, he maybe be thinking pace on the ball, let me try and cash in. Good way to end the over, drop and run. 7 from it. So it's normally a very difficult ground to defend on, and India will be aware of that. They need to pick up every opportunity, every wicket. Try and make sure the scoring rate doesn't get out of hand. Second over will be taken by Jasprit Bumrah. He's going to come around the wicket to the left-handed Tamim Iqbal. There's the batting order for Bangladesh. Plenty of experience. They've played a lot of cricket in the middle order there. Shakibul Hasan, we know of his expertise.
Shakibul Hasan, the man in the form, will be needed to score runs. Mushfiqur Rahim has not been in the best of form, but Mahmudullah is the one who can really hurt India here. Mashrafi Murtaza and the rest coming in later.
So Bumrah around the wicket to Tamim Iqbal. Just 22 years of age. Fine leg is up in the circle, square leg back on the boundary, third man, the other boundary rider. And starts well.
It's not a very big total, so they need to bat sensibly. They don't really want to look for big shots right from the word go. 7 runs in the first over, so you got to play yourself in, especially on these kind of surfaces. That's a dropped chance from the bat of Tamim Iqbal. Went quickly, hit straight back to the bowler Ashish Nehra.
Use of his feet again. This one stopped. Good adjustment from Bumrah. He saw him coming early, adjusted the length, tucked him up, didn't allow him to free those arms. Talk about the Tamim Iqbal drop chance. It's never easy as a bowler because it's so difficult to work out what pace the delivery is coming back at you. You see the full swing of the bat, but often the contact isn't as good as you expect. It doesn't come as fast. Quick single. It's good running from Tamim Iqbal, but also some good bowling from Bumrah. Often we see the bowlers maybe trying too many options up front. When the new ball in your hand, you can still back your ability to just hit that good line and length, top of off stump. Bumrah's bowled 3 quality deliveries, and he's just gone for that one quick run single. So a good start for him.
Mitten Ali on strike now for the very first time. We saw Tamim Iqbal trying to play shots even when he faced this first over from Bumrah. So it's important that he looks to rotate the strike. Just relax a bit. I think he's just a little bit tense, knowing that it's an important match and a high expectation, especially from Tamim Iqbal, who missed out in the last match due to upset stomach.
Mitten, his first delivery of the evening. And that's also a good delivery. As a bowler, I mean, there's very few and far between opportunities to create some pressure, but Bumrah's done a good job here. His first 3 were tight, and then the new batsman comes on strike and he gives him nothing. There's the dimensions. It's not a very big ground. That's why it's often a very difficult ground to defend on. And we're also close to 1,000 meters above sea level, so the ball does fly at this altitude. Another good delivery, inside edge, single. 141 kilometers per hour.
He's bowled well, Bumrah, and the good length areas. You really don't want him to pitch it up, because once you pitch it up, it gives an opportunity for batsmen to free their arms. Good length, and then just coming back enough to get an inside edge. It's a good first over so far from Bumrah.
And the local crowd is getting behind their team here. They're becoming very vocal. I want India to get off to a good start. The slip has been taken out by Dhoni for the last delivery. Finds the edge, but it wouldn't have gone anywhere near the slip. So a quality over for India. 3 runs from it, 10 without loss. Has the ability coming around the wicket to the left-hander just to get the ball to angle in and then straighten as it pitches. You can see him going through a rehearsal. It's going to be a change of pace now for India. So there's the match summary so far. As you see, a few little contributions from the might of the Indian batting lineup. Raina 30, Kohli 24, Dhawan 23, Sharma 18. But some good bowling from Bangladesh restricted them to 146. Shakib Ul Hasan was impressive, and we saw that the surface was very difficult to deal with the spin bowlers. And that's why we're going to have Ashwin into the attack sooner rather than later. Such an experienced campaigner is Ashwin. You can see it ranked number 2 on the RCC T20 rankings. And there's an impressive career summary. 47 wickets, averaging 22, good economy rate. And I'm sure he's going to get some assistance from this pitch.
Yeah, I think he'll be a difficult customer on this kind of a surface. Ashwin, the kind of experience and the record that he has in this kind of a format, he will definitely put a lot of pressure to both these batsmen. Vote for your favorite play of the day at icc-cricket.com/POTD. And it's important that India keeps the pressure on, so that they force the batsman to play a false shot.
Yeah, Mitten has just faced the 2 deliveries. He goes hard, but he's just dragged it. It's going to be taken. Yes, it is. Pandya is the man who takes the catch on the boundary. Mitten and Tamim Iqbal look at each other, very disappointed. But the change of bowling has done the trick here for India. Ashwin into the attack, just 2 deliveries, and he's picked up the first Bangladeshi wicket. Mitten has to go for 1. Bangladesh, much to the appreciation of the Indian fans, find themselves at 11 for 1.
Well, only the 3rd delivery is faced, and he's tried to hit it out of the ground. Mithun Ali just chancing his arms a little bit too early. He will be the danger man, and he doesn't disappoint. Ashwin forcing the batsman to come down the track. It was a little bit away from him, not getting the elevation, and Pandya takes a good catch in the deep.
Yeah, the ball didn't turn that much, did it? It was just actually the bat that turned in his hand, and he dragged it across the leg side. The plan was to go back over the bowler's head. But that's the start that India were after, an early wicket to try and put some pressure here on Bangladesh. So Shabir Rahman in at number 3. T20 career strike rate of 121, Shabir Rahman. Right-handed batsman. And he gets off the mark with his first delivery, but disappointment for Mithun. He wanted to try and assert the pressure on Ashwin, but he could only just close the face, drag it to the man back in front of square. Pandya fully aware of exactly where the boundary rope was, and happiness is for the Indian team. They're trying to G the crowd up, trying to get the crowd vocal and behind them. There's a little bit of turn for Ashwin. Once again, starting the delivery very straight. He understands that Tamim Iqbal strong through the offside square of the wicket. Doesn't want to give him any room. Oh, absolute peach. He presents the ball in such a good position with regard into the seam. He gives it a good rip. There's plenty of spin on it. And once it pitches, have a look at this turn.
You're already seeing evidence of turn and bounce from Ashwin.
Just there over India after a wicket from it. 2 runs, 12 for 1.
It's a very good over. Was that the Indians were expecting, especially from Ashwin, expecting a little bit of turn and bounce, and he didn't disappoint. Picked up a wicket and gave away only 3 runs. Beg your pardon, 2 runs in that first over.
So into the 4th over of the Bangladesh innings. There's the batting still to come. Shakib Al Hasan, match winner in at 4. And another change of bowling for India. Change of end for Ashish Nehra. Direct hit's going to cost him some runs. In fact, it's just going to cost him the 1. Sometimes you do wonder. In fact, no, they're going to get back for 2. You do wonder at times why the fielders do throw at the stumps, particularly when the batsman's comfortably home. But the adrenaline's pumping, the crowd's behind Pandya. And Dhoni actually didn't get to the stumps. There we can see the throw. Dhoni wasn't really expecting the throw to come in. It makes contact, the deflection allows Bangladesh to pick up an extra 2.
As a captain, you really don't want to see that happening because you're defending only 146. So it's important that they don't give away extra runs.
Interesting field, yeah. There's a slip and almost like a fly slip, but on the edge of the circle. Man behind square on the offside. Point. Cover. Tamim Iqbal tries to work it through that gap there with the 4 fielders behind. Can't place it. Here's the wicket again. Not a huge amount of turn, but just the bat face closes and he drags it. Good catch from Pandya. The Indian team, everyone in it, ecstatic. So often it's Ashwin who does the trick for his team. Wonderful strike bowler. Beautifully played in front of square. Shikhar Dhawan, yeah, he can cut it off, but they'll be able to get back for the second.
Good cricket all around. It's a good shot from Tamim Iqbal. It was short and he played that beautifully into the ground, and good work in the deep.
Ashish Nehra has been out of the team for 5 years, and since he's returned, some impressive figures. Wonderful average, good strike rate, economy rate, not too bad. 15 wickets in 12 games. 37 years old next month. He was telling me, he was giving me an idea, he wants to try and be available for the next World Cup. Short again. Dealt with in similar fashion by Tamim Iqbal, but this time it'll just be a single.
Yeah, Tamim looking good. Ashish Nehra's first over. Down the leg side, flicked away, but misfield in the deep, resulting in a boundary. And he bowled well. Look at the lines. Good shape away from the left-hander. Good pace on that occasion. And then a drop catch. Well bowled again. Good areas. Really good start for Ashish Nehra in that very first over.
The third man back and backward square on the boundary. And it's guarded down to third man. There'll be thoughts of a second.
Yeah, Bangladesh do bat deep. Shakib Al Hasan is in form. There's Mahmudullah and Mushfiqur Rahim. We saw it. So Mushfiqur to come in at number 5. He opened the innings for Bangladesh in the tournament. Hasn't been successful. I would like to see Mahmudullah come up the order. Come bat at number 5 and Mushfiqur at number 6 instead of sending Shumo Shaka at number 5.
Flick behind square. And it'll be 8 from the over, so a good run for Bangladesh. 20 for 1.
$20 for 1 after 4 overs. 20 for 1 after 4 overs. In reply to India's 146 for 7. Lots of starts, no big score for India. Hey, Ashwin's been fascinating to watch on this surface.
Well, he's fascinating to watch on any surface, and this is the key for Bangladesh in their pursuit of these runs, is how well they handle this man. In a lot of cases, teams identify a bowler like Ashwin, a star quality bowler, and they recognise they're a threat, and they're prepared to sacrifice a certain number of runs and allow him to go for, say, 20 off his 4 overs, as long as he doesn't take too many wickets, and just put it to bed and work on the other 4 bowlers.
I think they'll look at these 4 as their key overs, because they're up against a very strong Bangladesh batting side. In all the years I've watched Bangladesh play, I don't think I've seen a stronger batting lineup than this one. Shakib, Sharkar, Mahmudullah, Mushfiqur, Shuvak are the home who can batting at 8. Mashrafi himself at 9. That won't help. Fielder's right underneath it. Oh, he's put it down. That would take some doing, because he was right under that. His only defense with the top edge, the ball would have been swirling, but it's a weak defense.
Should have been taken, but never easy when they go straight up in the air like this. You've just got so much time to think about it. You can hear the silence in the crowd, and you know it needs to be taken.
Could well be a big moment in the game. This Bangladesh rely heavily on Tamim Iqbal. He had it for a major part of it, but that doesn't count. Now he's got that away as well. It's a wonderful end to the over for Bangladesh. They've got 9 from it. It's 29 for 1.
Just a fraction short from Ashwin, and Shabir was quick enough to get deep enough in his crease to be able to get the leverage to lift it over mid-wicket. And didn't he time it well to get maximum figures?
Yeah, it's almost been a turning point in his life, Shabir, since he was asked to go up to number 3. And because they bat so deep, he gets the freedom to go and play these shots. They had magnificent innings in the Asia Cup, an 80-odd. It was full of shots. This is the reason I said this is the best batting lineup I've ever seen from Bangladesh, because it's a much more confident side. It's a much more confident side. They've played together a lot. They understand each other. There's a couple of match winners in there. And the position seemed right. Shabir at 3, Mahmudullah at 6 as a finisher has made a huge difference and taken the pressure away. 4 more. That drop catch is going to haunt Bumrah.
It's always a challenge for a bowler when their first ball of an over goes to the boundary. Iqbal using his feet just to throw Bumrah off his line and length. Third man was up in the circle, but now he's been pushed back. So the 2 outfielders are third man and deep square leg.
He likes playing like that. I mean, even the previous shot, by the time he was through with it, he was a good 3 or 4 yards outside the crease. But good to see a lot of Indian players coming around. Bumrah will be distraught. First ball of the innings, he let one go through. That was Tamim Iqbal as well. Then Tamim gets a top edge. This level you hold them every single day. He's probably telling himself, right, I'll turn it round with a ball myself. Oh, easy. It's getting worse for Bumrah. That's an excellent shot from Tamim Iqbal, who likes getting on the front foot.
The slower ball, and picked up very early. There it is, the off cutter, picked up very early. Not middled completely, but enough muscle behind it to lift it over mid-on.
So many people on the ground, and Bumrah will be lonely. Oh, brilliant. That's 4 saved by Yuvraj.
Roll back the years. How good was that? Brilliant piece of fielding at cover point. He's got a real piece of this. Cracked it to Yuvraj's right side. He's natural left-hander.
So 8 from the over so far. Will be more, will be 4 more. He's all over the place, Bumrah. 3 boundaries, Bangladesh are racing ahead.
Well, at the start of play, Bangladesh would have been thinking anything around 40 and 50. That range in the first 6 overs is where we need to be. And ideally, without the loss of any wickets, but worst case scenario, the loss of just 1. And they've hit that target. They're 41 now. for the loss of just the 1 wicket with 1 ball remaining in this power play.
He's been excellent for India since he came in and played the last one day in Sydney. Jasprit Bumrah. But not happening for him today. That might beat the field as well. Tamim Iqbal is bat like a rapier. Got 4 boundaries in that over. 16 from it. It's 45 for 1.
It was nearly like the Bangladesh batsman recognised that Bumrah's confidence was down after that drop catch. They thought, we'll take advantage of this. We'll put him under pressure from the very first ball of this last over of the power play. A big over, 16 coming from it.
It's gone up to 32 from 27 ball. The wind predictor showing 57%. If India don't pick up a wicket the next couple of overs, it might start to move very quickly. Right, how do India play this? Ashwin, 2 overs, 1 for 11. He's got the right-hander in front of him. Dhoni's gone 1 more. Thought he might have brought the left-arm spinner, maybe try Jadeja in for a while, but he's backing Ashwin to give him a wicket. And he won't mind the single, actually. He'll get to bowl to the left-hander.
Well, this is his first over, and what a brute of a delivery. Look at that, the shape in towards the left-hander, and then that vicious turn and bite and bounce. And that's why he's bowling, because MS Dhoni recognises that he's desperate for wickets, and he's got his best wicket taker at the crease now.
They'll stay with the single. Bumrah straight after putting the catch down was hit for 4 boundaries. That was a slow one that he picked up. Then the full toss. And then this one. I get the feeling he's just shredding cloths, don't you? Almost think Bangladesh won't mind just playing out a 3-4 run over here. They've got so many already.
Well, I touched on it before. You know, Ashwin now has only got 9 deliveries left. And if he only goes for another 5 runs out of those 9 deliveries, that's absolutely fine.
Will beat Bumrah this time. Forget the 5-4's come already.
Well, a shot that's played so often now in this format of the game and played well. There's a little slice of luck in this one. It's the top edge flying over short third man.
He's made 18 of 10 balls, Shabir Rahman, and that is why I keep talking up this Bangladesh batting side. They don't buckle under. You'd have looked at Bangladesh 3 or 4 years ago and they'd have got overawed by a target, by an occasion. Now they just come and play freely. His partnership is 41 of 27 balls. And so another valuable over ticks by for India. 8 from it. It's 53 for 1.
This is the boundary. Little top edge, but had enough bat speed on it to get it over short third man. Does challenge any spin bowler when you have a batsman that can sweep both sides.
Right, there's a significant margin. 8 runs in the small run chase. And first look at Ravindra Jadeja.
Yes!
Very, very accurate, but if he starts to get something from the pitch, then he comes into play. Very little difference between the one that goes straight through and the one that turns.
I think Jadeja has been brought on this end because the leg side boundary to the left-hander Tamin Iqbal is the bigger side of the field. So MS Dhoni probably wants to have the cover on that bigger side to the left-hander with the ball spinning into the left-hander.
It's got a slip in place though. He'll sneak the leg by in.
So just to give you an illustration, that field there is a 70+ metre field on the leg side for Iqbal. On the right hand side of the screen is the shorter boundary.
Oh well, he's gone. He came down the wicket once again, but this is a different bowler. Got Bangladesh off to a really good start, Tamim Iqbal, but he's gone for 35. When you come out that way and make contact, it looks all right. Otherwise, it doesn't. 35. It's 55 for 2.
A good piece of bowling from Jadeja. Just getting wide of the crease and a round arm delivery. Saw him come early and dragged it down a little bit shorter. Look, it didn't bounce a lot, but he didn't release it from a very elevated position, and Dhoni doing some tidy work. Jadeja recognised that Iqbal was looking for that leg side boundary, and the spirits have been lifted.
He's just trying to find some batting form, is Shakib Al Hasan. Last 12-15 matches been very out of form, but just starting to get it back. The advantage for Shakib with someone like Shabir, who's got 18 from 11, is he's got time. Hugely experienced, calm head. There's a leg slip for him.
Well, he's got to look to bat the innings. He's got the experience, as you touch on, Harsha, that he's out there because some clever bowling from Jadeja. Yes, a quicker through the delivery, a round arm action, skids off the surface, grips the wicket and gets the big wicket of Tamin Iqbal.
Just 3 from it on a wicket. It's 56 for 2. Very interesting to see how Dhoni plays this, how he moves his bowlers around. Thought he was looking at Nehra, but he's gone to Pandya. .56 for 2. India the same point, were 49 for 2. What Bangladesh have done really well, the original rate required was 7.35. It's only gone up to 7.58, so that's well under control. And they're into India's 5th bowler. Runs in, hits the ball hard back of a length, Pandya. Occasionally he'll bowl the slow ball.
I think India would have also, Bangladesh would have analysed the Indian innings and realised that there wasn't anyone who really took the game by the scruff of the neck at any stage. So as long as they're competing in somewhere near where India were at the end of each over, it's going to be competitive, and they can take it as deep as possible. And there we see the wicket that went down. A round arm delivery, stayed down, good bit of keeping. I do just think Tamin Iqbal could have maybe said to himself, I'm not quite in position yet, let me just defend this one and stick around to see if I can do some damage a bit later.
20-over game, a couple of overs here and there can make a big difference. I think India made, 11 runs in over 16, 17 and 18. Now Pandya. The calls for 2 straight away from Shakib. He's very, very quick in there, is Jadeja, but he didn't get a clean pickup.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be game on because I saw Jadeja making so much ground so quickly. I thought if he picked it up cleanly, there could have been a half chance. Shakib Ul Hasan, he's also quick between the wickets. He played that nicely. I think that's the key for Bangladesh as well, that they don't need a massive amount of boundaries. They just need to be selective, keep ticking the scoreboard over with the singles and twos. And if a boundary presents itself, that's a bonus.
Oh, well. You're saying something, Paulie?
Yeah, have a look at his reaction afterwards. He knew that that wasn't the ideal shot. The temptation with everyone in the field on the offside, up in the circle. Have a look here. He punches his thigh pad, I think it is. He knew, if you're going to go down, hold your shape. Don't give yourself too much room. There's the field that he was looking to chip it over.
Just a single. Made 33 of 25 against Australia. And that's why I said he's come back to form after a little barren period that every cricketer faces in his life. The advantage with him is he can play a calm, control game, but when the occasion comes, he can play the big shots too. I think he'll be a very close contender for the best all-rounder in the T20 game. Shakib. Now Shabir, he likes to play the pull shot. And Pandya will bang it in short, so he's got long leg and square leg on the boundary. And it goes fine for 4. Could almost see it coming. India fancy getting him out on that shot, and he likes playing it.
Yeah, it was a good option from Pandya. He's trying to pick up another wicket. And he decided, okay, just like a test match scenario, I've got my 2 men back. I'm going to go for that bouncer and see if the batsman takes it on. He did, and fortunately for Bangladesh, the edge goes pretty fine and away to the boundary. He was beaten, but not the result India were after.
And now this will be 4 to third man. He's creating a fine little V behind the wicket, but not entirely intentional.
Yeah, Pandya absolutely screamed at the end of the result of the shot. Watch this cross seam, fullish length. And he just swats across it, does Shabir. Another fortunate boundary, much to the disillusionment of Pandya.
Well, the playing shot is going their way at the moment. They got 11 from the over. It's a very good one. 67 for 2 after 9. Another little partnership developing. At the moment only 12, but Shabir's already hit a couple of boundaries. It's starting to go away. The darker worm is Bangladesh. They're 15 ahead at this stage.
A change of bowling, Raina into the attack for India. Interesting, Dhoni will have a look. He wants to see what sort of performance he can get from Raina, how many overs. Jadeja was very good, but they've pulled him out, and they're going to try and get through an over or 2 from Raina.
I wonder if he's held Jadeja back a little bit for the end overs, given that Bumrah is not having a great day. He fancies Jadeja bowling at the end because he's quicker, and also with Pandya and Raina bowling together, he's finishing the 5th bowler.
Yeah, Raina bowled in Nagpur. I think he bowled his 4 overs. I think it was about 1 for 16. So he's made a valuable contribution with the ball in hand already in this tournament.
I think Bangladesh will be aware that while there's pressure on them to win, the greater pressure is on the home side here.
I think Shabir might try something. I think he might see this as an opportunity to pick up a boundary or two.
Well, he's going to take a look, but I don't think the foot left the ground. Sometimes, though, without realizing it, it's about it's just a couple of millimeters in the air without you realizing it. They don't seem particularly excited.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the third umpire. Review for stumping. Thank you. Yeah, front foot's fine. It's gone to side on.
Oops. Is the toe in? No, he's out.
Let's go for the other side, please. Let's just check that foot's on the floor.
He's out.
Yeah, Rob, I've got enough here, mate. I've got enough evidence. Can give load out, please. Out.
I think this could be a big moment in the game. This is a magnificent piece of work from MS Dhoni. And I even wonder if Shabir has realized it. Couldn't have been more than a couple of millimeters. I think he's taken a bit by surprise there, as were a lot of people. Just tells you that sometimes you don't even know if the foot has been raised a little bit. Shabir for 26, it's 69 for 3. Right, this is interesting. The captain's decided the team needs his slogging power. Did that in the Asia Cup game against Pakistan as well. Just when quick runs were needed, popped out, hit Amir for a couple of boundaries, sealed the match. We've got such a lot of batting to come that maybe they just think that doesn't matter if he gets out here. But sometimes you can think that way and suddenly the scoreboard starts to show more wickets. Right, something's going to happen here. Well, nothing for a start. He just walked away.
Yeah, Raina sneaked up on him. He wasn't quite ready. And then once he was aware that Raina was just about to deliver, he pulled away early. This is the wicket. Wide down the leg side. And when it was sent upstairs, I think Alim Dar probably would have thought, well, I don't think there's any real chance, but let's just have a quick look. And have a look at that. His foot just comes up at the crux moment. Beautiful, brilliant stumping from Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And they surprised, but they'll take it.
The timing was so good. Could he have waited? Could he have almost taken them off at that moment? Because moment earlier, moment later, one of the 2 feet would have been on the ground.
And when you watch that stumping again, you just watch Mahendra Singh Dhoni's eyes. He's not worried about the stumps at all. He's just watching the feet. There we can see he's waiting for the moment where he possibly feels that the batsman lifts his foot. And he's onto it in a flash. Just watch the captain's eyes. He takes the ball and he's looking straight down to see the foot. And then he goes and says, hold on, that looked like it could have been close.
We'll clear the boundary. And clear the boundary substantially. That's the reason he's come out, just to change the course of the match. He likes going in himself. Mashrafi Murtuza.
Yeah, this is good. First delivery faced, he picked up a leg bar. Second one down the wicket. He's been sent in to do a job, and he does it.
10 of this over. They lost a wicket, but they've come back towards the end. It's 77 for 3 from 10. Right, Bangladesh significantly ahead of where India were at the moment. This is a very, very tense situation. India lose this game, they're virtually out. They've then got to go and beat Australia, but they've got to beat Australia by a very, very significant margin, or they've got to sweat over the Australia-Pakistan game. I think that first defeat against New Zealand will come back and haunt them. Unless, of course, they can turn this one around. Still with Pandya. Nice call for 2 again, and it's front of Ashish Nehra, so they'll make it.
Yeah, that's smart batting from Shakib Al Hasan. Didn't hit it too hard so that he could come back for the second. And there's Murtuza down the wicket in the slot. And if you make some decent contact here in Bengaluru, the ball inevitably ends up over the boundary.
They're taking positive, aggressive decisions, Bangladesh, under Mashrafi Murtuza. Not just sitting back and letting the situation get to them, as we've seen over the years. I think it's been wonderful for their cricket. Another day might have got a feather.
Halim Dar had a word with someone about running on the wicket. Was it Pandya? Yes, it is definitely. Straight away he was onto it. You can see he's jumped out of his blocks. And he's off to go and have a word with the bowler. You need to get off, son.
Right, as quickly as an umpire can jump off the blocks. Yes, he was. There's a fielder there. He's put it down. Ravichandran Ashwin.
Yeah, because of the warning, Pandya went wide on the crease, which created an angle for Shakib Al Hasan. He carves it away over the offside. And in the end, Ashwin gets there comfortably. And he'd be very disappointed that he didn't take it. Shakib has to reach for it. It's in the air, and look, he's thinking it's definitely going to be taken. The dive is put in, and there it pops out. Just makes contact high up on the hands, doesn't actually hit anywhere near the fingers on the hard part where the hands join the arm. Much to the disappointment of the fans, Virat Kohli. That was a huge wicket.
They anticipated the catch, hadn't they? It's never easy running forward, but you still have to hold that one. Right, Mashrafi, is he going to pitch short again? Changes in the field, mid-wicket's going a lot straighter. Long legs about 45, man just behind square. He's home. He's going to look at this one as well. There you go, millimetre up on the stumping. Now you want to look at everything.
Yeah, he's quick and he hits, but this time I think he's safe.
Let's have the side angle, Rob, please. Rob, you can load not out, please. Not out. Thank you.
Sometimes you have tricky decisions to make, and sometimes you have that one. He was, what, 2.5 feet inside? Sometimes, I don't know, maybe they think, could the bat have gone in the air? Better be safe than sorry.
Yeah, who would have thought about the stumping? So they tend to cover themselves, the umps, and I suppose you can understand why. I'd hate for there to be an error.
Oh, he's timed that beautifully. It's flown high into the stands for 6. And Bangladesh are doing it in style here at the moment. Way ahead of where India were at the point and staying ahead.
Yeah, the thought process for India might have been, okay, well, Shakib Ul Hasan's probably not going to take any risks. He's just going to knock it around. Mortez has come to the crease, but no, it's in the slot and away she goes. Wonderful shot there from Shakib Ul Hasan.
Yeah, didn't throw everything at it. His timing was decent. So 10 came from the over. It's 87 for 3 from 11.
There's the Group 2. New Zealand top of the pops. And unfortunately for India, they lose today. All of a sudden, qualifications out of their hands. Only Australia will sit with it firmly in their grasp. If they win their games, they're through.
He's got another one, Jadeja. They're inching ahead, Bangladesh, even as they lose wickets. That was an 18-run partnership. Mashrafi Mudra 6 from 5, it didn't work. And so India just staying in the game, staying there but only just. 87 for 4, Mashrafi gone for 6.
Yeah, this isn't a huge loss for Bangladesh. The plan was he comes in and plays his shots, and if it comes off, it comes off. He hit 1-6, and now he tries to double the dose against Jadeja, who's a wily old bowler. It's a flat delivery, it grips in the surface, clatters into the stumps. Then we see a round arm delivery. Mortaza was going over extra cover. But another success for Jadeja. Second wicket of the evening.
I think this is the partnership that all of Bangladesh will be looking at to take them further. Mahmudullah has been in tremendous form since he was given this role. Come in at number 6 and try and finish the game. He's a free-stroking player. Shakib is in, 15 from 12. He's been in tremendous form, Mahmudullah. Very clean striker. But Jadeja has 2 for 2.
There's the predictor. It still says Bangladesh 65%. One more wicket, I think it'll change drastically.
Well, they've got a couple of batsmen to come in Mushfiqur Rahim, Shobhagata Home, but they'll want these two to put on a sizable part of those runs needed.
There's Mortaz's wicket again. He was always just going to have a dart. Beats the outside edge. Just straight delivery.
Yeah, that's the reason it was out. They haven't lost a lot. Bangladesh.
Gives himself the room. The flat delivery does grip and clatters into middle leg stump. Happiness for the Indian supporters, but no real loss for Bangladesh. There's still plenty of batting to come.
Difference between the two teams now down to 12, with Bangladesh having lost a couple of wickets more. But still think it'll come down to 16, 17, 18. Only 11 came from those. Right, how well has he hit that? Every time there's some pressure, this man's taking it off. Shakib's gone up to 21 of 13. There's some balls, the moment you make contact, you know it's gone out of the ground.
We've seen it so many times. That's his slot, that's his area. Foolish length, wide mid-wicket. All of a sudden there's a hush around the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Have a look at it again. Clears that front foot. The contact's good.
Probably there's a kind of hush all over India tonight. His eyes are telling a story there as well. There's a lot of people all over India watching this game thinking, is India going to stay at the World T20? They're making it more difficult for themselves. 8 came of that over but a wicket. It's 95 for 4. 52 now needed, a 48.
Score 95 for 4, 12 overs gone. Out of the 4 wickets, you've got to take into account, one is Mithun Ali, who wasn't really such a big threat for India as a batsman, and the other was Mashrafi Mortaza, who was basically a gamble that Bangladesh made, sent him as a pinch hitter. So this is the partnership. Carried, catch taken, Ashwin strikes again. That's a good wicket. That's Shakib Al Hasan walking back, the crowd up on their feet. India back in this game. It's a roller coaster at the moment. It's 95 for 5 Bangladesh.
Beautiful piece of bowling. Ashwin flighting it, asking for turn, getting the outside edge, and Raina making no mistake as he pouches it comfortably at first slip. Good captaincy from MS Dhoni to bring his trump card back for his last over.
We've seen some good captaincy today. Started off with Mashrafi Mortaza for Bangladesh. Here Dhoni bringing Ashwin for the 4th over, as Tom Moody mentioned, only to get Shakib Al Hasan out, the left-hander out. Knew that was the wicket that India wanted. With Shakib gone now, India right back in this match. Somesh Sharkar has not really been amongst the runs, hasn't batted as much. I know there's Mushfiqur Rahim to come later, but Shakib was the wicket and the man who's at the non-striker's end. That's the wicket India wants. And the ball is turning, and Raina anticipating an outside edge behind the red first slip.
Beauty to start with. Fraction fuller, and I think he may have found the edge. It was the very first ball of his last over, tossed up. The key wicket of Shakib, outside edge there, proving to be a simple catch for Suresh Raina.
Identical delivery, but no outside edge on this occasion.
A better length, just a fraction fuller.
Absolutely brilliant. He's 1 ball away from bowling a wicket maiden in a T20 match.
MS Dhoni has just signalled to his bowler to go over the wicket. So the last ball now over the wicket.
May have been the carom ball. A single, and he'll retain strike for the next over. Ashwin has finished his spell of 4. 2 for 20, 96 for 5.
He's bowled beautifully. Yes, the conditions are spot on for spin bowling, but he has bowled exceptionally well. He's taken a couple of wickets. That was the second. He ends up with 2 for 20 off his allocation of 4.
Six bowlers used so far. Suresh Raina bowls, it's an indication of a turning pitch. 1 over for 9 runs. Jadeja's got 2. Ashwin has finished his spell of 4. 2 for 20 for him. A round arm flat delivery has spun. That's a very optimistic appeal there from Jadeja.
Big turning delivery. This ball's got to fight against the angle that's going away from the left-hander, and as soon as it hits that pitch, it spits back. Vicious turn.
It's down to a trickle now, the runs. Pressure building on Bangladesh.
Well, they're in a fortunate position where the run rate's only about 7.5. So because they found themselves in a strong, well, they've got themselves into a strong position, they can afford just to gather themselves, take an over or two to get themselves set again for the last few overs.
Jadeja in his 3rd over. 2 for 11. He's a master of exploiting these turning pitches. We saw that in that series against South Africa Test series.
Well, the reason he is effective on these turning wickets, I believe, is because he bowls the right pace. And he varies the line that he delivers the ball. Sometimes he goes very wide of the crease, and the other times he comes in a little bit tighter. He reads the pace of the wicket.
Interesting to mention that. You're absolutely right, and that is his great strength. Gives nothing to the batsman, no time in the air. There's also Ashwin, the other spinner, who is equally effective. He actually bowls very slowly to become a challenge for the batsman. Another tight over from India. It's 99 for 5. Mahendra Singh Dhoni has been reluctant to go to Yuvraj Singh. Now that's another spinning option that he has. He's used Suresh Raina a lot. These days not quite confident, or doesn't have maybe as much faith in Yuvraj Singh's ability as a bowler now. So we have a match on our hands. It's a low-scoring thriller, this one. Not the first one we've seen in this tournament. Ashish Nehra is back. It's 3rd over.
Well, Mahmudullah is the key man here. He's one of the form players in this Bangladesh outfit. He's played well throughout the tournament to date. This is the 49 he got against Australia at this venue. So he's comfortable out there. He's familiar with the pace and bounce of the surface. So he's in a good space.
And he saw there, not much of slogging. He's a proper batsman. He's got some class. And I think him and Mushfiqur Rahim, the batsman to come after this, have got the temperament needed and maybe the mentality as well to chase down this kind of a score. Ashish Nehra. There it is, just picking off a single on the onside. You see whether Dhoni is as adventurous as a captain as Mushrafi Murtaza has been with his very unique field placement that we saw.
Ashwin has been a very, very effective bowler for the Indian team throughout the tournament, particularly here this evening. This is his last over. He just had the batsman in the palm of his hands.
Currently at the peak of his skills, Ashwin. fantastic bowling figures. There'll be a couple of let-ups for the Bangladeshis. 2 catches were dropped in this innings. One by Bumrah, one by Ashwin. We've also seen some brilliant catches, so we've seen both sides of the fielding and catching today.
And in T20 cricket, it's one format of the game that misfields, drop catches, half chances can get horribly exposed. They are massive momentum changes. If you can be on the right side of them, this is the first one. This was absolute blinder by Soumya Sarkar out of deep square leg, and this was one he took up in Dharamsala against Pakistan. Eden Gardens. Apologies, but it doesn't matter where it was. I tell you, that was a brilliant catch. Just the presence of mind and the balance to be able to do what he did on the boundary line there.
Actually, that was going to be my question really to you, Tom. Which was the better catch? There's another example of outstanding fielding that we've seen today comes from that man, Ravindra Jadeja. Wrong hand on this occasion, is a left-hander.
Yeah, natural left-hander, but he's just so quick over the surface. Wonderful athlete. He really is an asset in the field.
He's got another one in Hardik Pandya when it comes to just athleticism, Tom. So got a strong arm, Jadeja, to go with it. Okay, Nehra has got the mid-off to drop back. He's got Bumrah to come inside the circle. So simple feel at this stage, not really looking to do too many things. Dhoni as captain against Nehra. He's got 4 fielders inside the circle. Five runs from the over. It's an applause from the crowd. Nehra, 104 for 5. Required rate 8.60 now. That will test the nerve of Bangladesh. Run chases never as easy as Virat Kohli makes it out to be. It's a Super 10 Group 2 match here, India-Bangladesh. Low scoring match. But India will be feeling the pressure. Bangladesh in a run chase here. They've lost key players. That's gone up. And that's gone far as well.
Calculated risk, hitting with the spin. Soumya Sarkar there, chancing his arm, but a calculated risk. It wasn't against spin, it was with it. And he collected it sweetly, 84 metres over mid-wicket.
And bowled at almost 100 kilometers per hour, that ball, so that really helped the batsman get the power. Bengal Tigers are on the rampage now. And the umpire feel the pressure of the appeal, didn't hear any sound, but Dhoni doesn't often appeal.
He's got to do well to hear any sound out there because it is so noisy in the stadium. Oh, was that off the face of the bat?
It's gone straight to Dhawan. Visually, there seemed like there was something, but no sound really. Did you hear anything from the stump mic, Tom?
I didn't hear anything, but let's have a close look.
difficult to tell. We've got the stump mics up, as you know, in our ears as well. We heard nothing there. When you just watch it there, just wonder whether there was some little contact with the bat.
Well, that's a wonderful decision. The snicko there, or whatever it is called, is not showing any evidence of any noise. So it's easy to criticise umpires, but I think he's got that one right. So it's an excellent decision.
Well, that should do it for India. 3 men praying there. Nine runs from that Jadeja with the final over of Jadeja. It's 113 for 5.
Four overs left, 113 for 5, Bangladesh 34 from 24. This is game on here at Chinnaswamy Stadium. India lose this game tonight and it'll be very difficult to get into the semi-finals. Bangladesh winless so far, but they have not played India in India for 18 years. And what a way to kick it off. A resurgence from Bangladesh. They've looked good tonight. India have fumbled in the field. They've taken some good catches, but it hasn't been consistent. 34 from 24. The run rate is well and truly in play. Jadeja, he's completed his 4 overs. 2 for 22, outstanding. And Ravi Ashwin, outstanding as well. 2 for 20 from his. So the 2 main spinners for India have completed their 4 overs each. All of a sudden now, it gets down to the quicker bowlers. Field set, ready to go. 4 overs left. That's a good full delivery. They'll look for 2. They'll come back. They'll go the keeper's end. They'll have to hurry. They get there easily.
Good running, very good running between the wickets. Didn't hit the ball too hard, just outside the 30-yard circle, where the second run is invariably on if you run the first run quickly. At the same stage, India were 115 for 5. Bangladesh are now 115 for 5. But with 2 batsmen, Mahmudullah and Soumya, looking good, a partnership of 20 of 24. You've got to say the scales are tilted Bangladesh's way.
A wicket will change it all around. Bumrah into his 3rd over. Oh, it's another good delivery. He's bowled really well at the death for India.
Yes, he went for some runs in his earlier overs, but made a good comeback, these 2 deliveries. And that's what India will be looking for. Bowling those Yorkers under the bat. On the popping crease deliveries.
Well, I wouldn't leave there either. I don't think he needs to change it too much. It's not as if he's getting hit for 4 or 6. If they miss, you hit. That's a scenario you think from a bowler's point of view. So a change in the field to the right-hander. No 3rd man. Deep point, deep mid off. And deep mid on and deep mid wicket. And a fine leg. So anything wide, and Mahmudullah will run it through that area down through 3rd man. You've got to make sure you get your field right. So he's just moving the fine leg around further to square leg now. So no 3rd man and no fine leg. Another good delivery. Beautiful bowling from Bumrah.
Yes, top class delivery that from Jasprit Bumrah. He was trying a little too much in his previous over, the second over, the slower delivery. and he got carted for runs, but these 3 deliveries, he's done what he does best, which is bowling the Yorker. Look at that, on the popping crease. On the popping crease, that ball.
On for it again and fielded. It was certainly going to be 4. And they'll come back for 2, but definitely saved 2 runs there. Some good work. I think it's Yuvraj Singh.
Yes, Yuvraj Singh at backward point, saving a boundary, getting his hands to it. And he's bowled, look at that, when he bowls a Yorker, which is 40% of the time, and he bowled it between 135 and 145, he's difficult to get runs off.
Another good delivery. It's a very good over so far. Just 6 from it.
This last ball now. 6 runs off the over. There it is, the Yorker. Again, that is what he really bowls well.
MS Dhoni just setting the field. He just wants the square leg to come up inside the ring and push third man back and around. So 3 out on the offside, 2 out on the leg side. Oh, it's another good delivery. I'm not sure if it was a catch. We'll have to have a look at it. It was well stopped by Dhoni anyway, but it's another good delivery and a beautiful over. 120 for 5.
Well, was that a drop catch? Bumrah does seem to suggest that it was a drop catch, looking to run the ball down. Oh yes, opening the face of the bat. Oh, these kind of catches stick. And he had it in his grasp till his left hand hit the turf.
.27 from 18 deliveries. Let's have a look at this replay from Bumrah, Dhoni, and it was off the edge, and it was taken originally, and just his elbows hit the ground, and it spills out. Well, I reckon it was a difficult one. And stop the boundary. That would have gone to the fence easily. So the equation now. 27 from 18. So Nira bowling his last over. He's got no wicket for 19. He's bowled well tonight. 6 dot balls. And it's a good plan from these 2 Indian fast bowlers, Bumrah and Nira, just bowling the Yorker.
Yes, he's very experienced, Ashish Nehra. But can he maintain bowling Yorkers throughout this over? The third man's in. There is no deep third man, and we've seen that Soumya likes to open the face of the bat and run it down.
High in the bat and through mid-wicket and 4. For 1 minute there. Nira thought it was going to the fielder in the deep, but it wasn't.
Oh, it's a bad delivery. Very bad delivery. On this surface, bowling halfway down the pitch. The ball didn't even get up above the midriff. So it really was easy. Look at that. So easy for the batsman to hit it where he wanted. The fielder was away. Fielder was more towards the onside. No chance whatsoever.
Yeah, no chance. You're right for Jadeja. I think the Yorker is the way to go. Just stick with the Yorker. Anything length is going to get hit. He does go for the Yorker. It's just a high percentage delivery. Rather than trying to bowl something short here, it just sits up on this pitch.
Partnership now 30 of 32 deliveries. Win predictor, Bangladesh 71%. I think it should be more than that.
22 from 15.
Well, when a partnership is going, the momentum is with the batting side. That's the reason I reckon that unless India take wickets, they're not going to be able to stop this Bangladesh team from winning. They need wickets more than anything else.
Just getting this field set. So just looking to see where Shikhar Dhawan is on cover, and he's coming in a bit now. So he wants to go around the wicket nearer. No one back behind square, so this would be at least on the offside and full, you would think. Off stump line. Gets it just for one. Six runs from this over already. 21 from 14. You can get online, hashtag Ask the Captain. If you've got a question for the winning captain, by tweeting at ICC using hashtag Ask Captain. And we will ask the winning captain your question at the end of this game. Who will be the winning captain? MS Dhoni taking a lot of time to get his field right. Full toss, goes to mid-on, it's coming around, it's taken. It's a big catch for Kohli. It was a full toss, but it's one that they needed, India.
Yes, a low full toss. He wasn't quite able to hit it further. And that's a big wicket. Soumya Sarkar, who was stroking the ball well, he's caught it long on by Virat Kohli. Disappointment there for the Bangladeshi supporters. Bangladesh 126 for 6. Soumya Sarkar out for 21.
So in the slot, it was there to hit. He just picked up Virat Kohli. He could have hit that wide of mid-on. He could have taken it more through the leg side. And jubilation here at Chinnaswamy Stadium. And it's changed the balance now. So that's a big wicket for India. This is Nehra picking up his first wicket tonight, and what a time to do it. Rahim is the new batsman, and it comes at a pressure time for Bangladesh. 21 from 13.
He's a cheeky little player. Just the kind of player that Bangladesh want in a situation like this. He was their captain till about a year or so ago, and he's faced many similar situations. He's a good batsman. Mushfiqur is a good batsman, but this man, Mahmudullah, has been in form.
Full toss into the deep, it's well hit, it's 4. Beautiful shot. Mahmudullah with a full toss outside off stump. Ends the over 10 from it, 130 for 6.
Low full toss outside the off stump. Didn't really have to do much. He had to hit it away from the fielder. That's exactly what he's done. The deep cover fielder had no chance whatsoever. There it is, no problems hitting that. Shaking his head, Ashish Nehra.
Well, the boundary off the last ball of the last over has really turned the tide now. 17 from 12, and Bangladesh would feel they're in the right seat here to win this game. It will be the first time they've ever beaten India in a T20, let alone at home as well. They haven't played at home for 18 years against India. Let's have a look at it. It's a full toss. It was outside the off stump. And Mamadou, all he had to do was get it in the middle of the bat. And the man in the deep had no chance.
And that is just the kind of shot that you wanted to show that you mean business. You've lost a wicket of the previous delivery and you smashed the next ball for a boundary, so you snatch the advantage back. That's what Bangladesh have done. 17 from 12. Mahmudullah batted brilliantly against Australia, 49 not out. And Mushfiqur is just coming to bat, but Mushfiqur has a good record against India. The cheeky player, he might not play the big shots, but he'll work the ball away for ones and twos. He'll make every ball count for runs. It's tough for India, very, very tough for India.
Well, he's just got to get the strike. Mahmudullah, that's all he needs to do. He doesn't need to play any big shots. Bumrah with his last over. And a Yorker. And that's all he needed to do. And Mahmudullah would know that Bumrah will be bowling the Yorker. He knows he's not going to change it too much. That was the last wicket to fall. Sumia caught in the deep by Virat Kohli. But just the boundary off the last ball of the over, that over, has just taken the wind out of the sails of India. Getting the field right now.
He's taking his time, as he should. Know exactly where the fielders are.
He's gone the lap and fielded. Straight to the field and shot at the stumps. Wow, what a shot to try then.
Ah, yes, Ashish Nehra took a little time to get rid of the ball. Of course, a direct hit was needed. Oh, what a shot that from Mahmudullah. Shot of a man in form there. He's taken a bit of time. He's taken aim, but by which time Mushfiqur is in safely.
What a shot to play. The lap shot and went straight to the fielder. So just getting the field set. So mid-off has come up. Third man is very, very straight. 3 out in the leg side. Well, the Yorker and a full toss. A shot at the bowler's end. Who knows? He was pretty quick between the wickets. A direct hit is always very, very close.
Yes, he started running as soon as he hit the ball. They don't think they've got him because they're walking back to their positions.
Rob,
he's very, very quick between the wickets. That's what I said earlier on. He'll make every ball count for answer. Mushfiqur, and he started running straight away.
Thank you.
Pandya was the fielder at mid-off.
Stand by, lads. She's coming.
There was some good work. And he's just in.
Just rock and roll that for
just.
me, Rob, please.
There wasn't much between it. But more importantly, they'll get the run.
Okay, I have a decision for you, Rob. Not out. Please load not out.
Well, the Indian fielders knew. They're back in position very, very quickly. They knew that the batsman had made it.
14 from 9. Pitched up and into the man in the deep. Some good over so far. It's just 4 runs from it. This is a look at the run out. Some good work from Pandya. It was only about an inch in it. Just getting the field set, MS Dhoni. So mid-off will go back. Mushfiqur, 2 runs from 2 deliveries he's faced, so he's doing the right thing. Not looking for the big shot yet. 13 runs from 8 balls. Back in the crease. And once again, they'll just get 1, so some good work in the deep.
Yes, top class work there by Rohit Sharma. It was to his left. He got rid of the ball quickly, covered the ground, got rid of the ball. restricting it to a single. Another fine shot there, opening the face of the bat and running it down there. Good shot that from Mushfiqur, but good work also by Rohit Sharma.
And another good over from Bumrah as well. It's his last delivery tonight. Superb over, just 5 runs from it. 12 now from 7. Just getting the field set. MS Dhoni. He's had a long check to Ashish Nehra. So now the field. So fine leg. Shikhar Dhawan out in the boundary, square leg inside the ring. Last delivery of this over. 12 from 7. Down the wicket. Well bowled. They'll get at least one. They may look for 2, they don't. Wise choice. Very good over from Bumrah. No wicket for 32 from him, but 136 for 6.
Yes, a good over under the circumstances. Just 6 runs from that over. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni having a chat with Hardik Pandya. Stepping down, looking to convert it into a full toss. Didn't quite get his fingers to it.
So this is the equation. 11 runs from 6 deliveries. Plenty of talk from the Indian side. Ashish Nehra, Rohit Sharma, MS Dhoni, and Hardik Pandya will bowl the last over. He's coming back in to bowl the last over. He hasn't bowled for a while. Ashish Nehra bowled the last over from this end, and Bumrah a very good over in the last one. Only 6 from it. 2 overs tonight. No wicket for 20. Well, that will not mean anything. Even if he gets his economy rate, they'll get up by 1 run. So the equation will be 11 from 6 deliveries. He's got a smile on his face. I reckon it's a nervous smile.
Well, even if he gives his economy rate, that'll mean a super over. It'll mean scores level. Oh, look at that. There's both dugouts will be very, very nervous. But look at that man. Pretty cool. And having said that, you've got to say, the man who's going to take strike, Mahmudullah, for Bangladesh, he is pretty cool as well. 17 of 20 deliveries. Mushfiqur 3 of 3. There he is, looking pretty calm. Mahmudullah. What about this young man, Hardik Pandya?
Well, the field was going everywhere. MS Dhoni wants to get the right fielders in the right spot. So there could be a possibility of a super over here. Bangladesh tie, 10 runs. There have been only 3 super overs in all the ICC World 2020s. Pandya with his first delivery. Fine leg up, 3rd man up.
Well, the fine leg up is the one to watch out for.
Goes through to the deep. Oh, some good work in the deep out there from Jadeja. He is well inside the rope. He's about 10 to 15 metres inside the rope, and it flew out to the deep. 10 from 5.
Yes, they've got just the right fielders in the right positions, you've got to say. Jadeja, Raina, Kohli, Dhawan, Rohit Sharma, they are very, very quick. So they've got them all on the boundary, covering the boundary. While the slightly slower ones like Nehra, Ashwin, they are in the 30-yard circle. Bumrah, they're all in the 30-yard circle. Everybody else, the quicker fielders, the guys with the big arms, the throwing arms, they're in the deep, because they've got to try and restrict the batsman from going for the 2nd run as well. That's what Jadeja did with that ball just now, the first one.
Mushfiqur, what does he do? Does he just try and hand the stroke over to Mahmudullah?
I think what he'll try and do, if I know him, because he's such a cheeky little player, he will try and play the scoop shot. He'll try and play, because he sees that the fine leg is in the 30-yard circle. But depends on where Pandya bowls.
Fine leg up, square leg up. Pandya, 2nd delivery, 10 from 5. It goes wide, through the offside, that'll be a boundary. That is a big boundary for Bangladesh.
Well, he's bowled a length ball again. That's what he did in his first 2 overs, and he gave runs. Now he's bowled a length ball outside the off stump, and he's given a boundary.
Wonderful shot. Bangladesh have never beaten India in a T20 game. He was back in the crease.
Well, he made full use of the crease, went almost back on his stumps, and well, Pandya, he's got to get the ball either right up, but giving the batsman a little bit of room like he did on that occasion allowed the batsman to play the shot and pick the spot.
Tell you what, he's getting a lot of advice. Spending a lot of time talking to him. He'd have that many theories going through his head at the end here. Sometimes you just got to think Yorker and that's it. Ashish Nehra has spoken to him a lot, and MS Dhoni has as well, and Ashish Nehra gone back to Dhoni. Very quiet here at Chinnaswamy Stadium, and the crowd have been silenced. Square leg goes back, mid-wicket and mid-on. No one in on side the ring, on the leg side in front of square. The scoop shot, it gets through. It's a big one. It's a huge boundary.
Well, it was 1 ball later than I predicted. I predicted that he will play the scoop shot, but he didn't. The first one he drove for a boundary. Now this time he anticipated that the ball would be more on the stumps. So look at the way he's moved in. I told you he's a cheeky player. That's a nice shot. And Dhoni was not able to get to it. And there he is.
It's a wonderful shot. And Pandya, I'm just wondering what that delivery was. It was a length delivery outside off stump. He had lots of players chatting to him before that delivery. It is deadly silent here at Chinnaswamy Stadium. 2 from 3 for Bangladesh to win. Into the deep, the man coming in, the catch will be taken, it is Shikhar Dhawan in the deep.
Well, now this is excitement. This is excitement. There really was no need to go the aerial route for Mushfiqul. All he had to do was work the ball away for 1s or 2s. It would have been level score, and it didn't. He went for the glamour shot. A lot of batsmen make that mistake. Go for the glamour shot, and they get out. He's out for 11, 145 for 7.
Have a look at the shot. It was short. He went back in the crease. He tried to roll his wrist. He looked straight up and it went into the hands of Shikhar Dhawan. He didn't need to play that shot. And it brought a smile to Pandya's face. .145 for 7. What a game we have here. Bangladesh were well in front, but the last wicket, Mushfiqur 11 from 6, hold out in the deep. Good catch from Shikhar Dhawan. And all of a sudden, Pandya, it brought a smile to his face. But this is the equation. 2 from 2.
Bangladesh have got the right batsman at the striker's end now. Mahmudullah, who's batted so well for them. They've also got Shivgata, who batted up the order against the Australians 2 days ago. He's down the order to number 9 today. So he's a capable batsman as well. But now it's a question of nerves. And we've seen that Mahmudullah can hold his nerve. Can Hardik Pandya do that?
No change in the field. Exactly the same. We've seen 9 of this over already and a wicket. Full toss in the air. The fielder's coming in. Shikhar Dhawan for his second catch. He's taken it. What a catch in the deep. Jadeja it is.
Well, they swapped the fielders around. Once again, trying to play the glamour shot. A full toss, low full toss. And Jadeja is one of India's finest fielders ever. He wasn't going to drop that. He wasn't going to miss that. He is distraught. He is distraught, and so he should be. He's out for 18, 145 for 8.
Two from one. Let's have a look at the wicket. The full toss attempted Yorker. He hit it straight in the air. He didn't need to hit it in the air at all. He just needed to keep it on the ground. And Jadeja made great ground to it. He's on a hat-trick, but he won't worry about that. What did Bangladesh do here? They go for two or for the super over?
Yes.
Really no need for that shot. Once again, trying to finish it in style, go for the glamour shot. They're all gathered there, trying to tell Dhoni what to do. But why go for a glamour shot? All was needed was work the ball along the ground, full tosses, work it away for 2 runs, and you win the match. Now, 2 of 1.
Well, what do they do, Bangladesh? Shivagata is the new batsman. Last delivery. Bangladesh need 2. What an over from Pandya. At the start of the over, I thought it was all going Bangladesh's way. And he's got 2 wickets back to back. And all of a sudden India are back in this game. They weren't at the start of the over. No way. Mahmudallah into the deep. He went aerial. He went straight away. Didn't try and keep it on the ground. And what a catch from Jadeja. Rohit Sharma was very close to it as well. And all of a sudden this crowd's come alive. We have 1 ball left. Bangladesh. They tie. We go to a super over. They get it through the field and get 2. They win. First time they've beaten India in a T20 game, if they can get over the line here. So the field, mid-off is up, cover is up.
And he's taken 1 glove off. So in case it's a matter of throwing, he's got that right glove off. So he's only got the left glove.
Here we go, last ball, through the offside, it's running through, could be run out! Is he run out? Or is he in? We'll go upstairs, some good work from Dhoni, he thinks he's got him. He didn't throw it at all, but he thought he had the pace.
Okay, Rob.
We'll have to check it on the screen.
A run-out situation, please. With a side
well, if the run is taken, then it's going to be a super over because it'll be a tie. But he's taken the glove off precisely for that, to be able to throw.
Bear with me, gentlemen.
Decision pending. He's got him. That's it. India win.
I have a decision to make here, Rob. Can you press out for me? Out.
Out. What a comeback from India. They were gone in the last over. Can you believe they've beaten Bangladesh by a run? Bangladesh had it. They had all the advantage in the last over. What a sprint from MS Dhoni. It was about a 15-metre dash. He didn't worry about throwing it. He held his nerve, and he was quick enough, the keeper, with his pads on.
Yes, fantastic. He knew it would come down to that. That's why he'd taken that right glove off. And he bet his sprinting abilities against that of the batsman. The batsman had 20 yards to cover. He had 15 yards to cover. So he said that he would be able to get there. He's probably hurt himself.
Let's have another look at it. Wide through the offside as a short half-tracker. Dhoni was quick enough. the stretch, the hand on the stumps. What about the delivery? He got away with it. Pandya. Adulation from everyone in India. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. I can't believe it. They've stolen this game by a run.
They have. It was all Bangladesh's. 145 for 9 in 20. India beat Bangladesh by 1 run.
What a game of cricket here at Chinnaswamy Stadium. The crowd was silent at the start of this over. By the third delivery of the over, they'd already had 9 runs off at Bangladesh. And some people in the crowd were going home. They thought it was all over. They thought India had lost this game. It would have been the upset of the tournament. Ravi Shastri, he can't believe it either.
Well, look at that score. At one stage, they had it in the bag, Bangladesh. But then Mahmudullah and Mushfiqur, 2 of their experienced players, tried to play the glamour winning shot and hold out.
Well, the bowling numbers, well, it was unbelievable, really. It just got down the last over of Pandya. He got 2 wickets. He was on a hat-trick. He went for 29. At that over, 9 runs from it. It got Bangladesh back into it. The summary, all you got to do is look at the bottom line. India winning by 1 run. They were gone. They were gone to the last over.
They were. And I keep saying it was both those batsmen, really experienced batsmen, Mahmudullah and Mushfiqur. They didn't have to go for the big shot. They didn't have to go for the winning shot. They could have ticked it away for once and Bangladesh would have been home.
Unbelievable. What we need to do is get down to Sanjay Manjrekar, who's got some very happy